Welcome to the cross-listing courses tutorial for Canvas. Now, cross-listing allows you to create a hub course where other courses that are the same prep can all be into one single hub course where you can create all your assignments, all your materials, and they only be in one single course. Notice on my dashboard now, I have 6 different courses. I'll be cross-listing my general biology courses with each other and my general biology advanced courses with each other. Now, if I didn't do cross-listing, I would have all 6 courses on my dashboard. But once cross-listing is complete, I'll only have 2. And each of these courses will serve as a hub course for that prep. Any content that I post, any assignments that I create, any discussions that I have my students complete, or any quizzes that I have my students take will all be only needed to be put into one course. And then after that, it will flow out to the other courses. Now, here's some important considerations. Cross-listing must be done correctly or it can cause errors in grading and student access. Please make sure to carefully follow each step in this tutorial in order. Reversing the cross-listing process will result in a loss of all content and student work in the cross-listed courses that you added during the time they were cross-listed. Cross-listing should not be done until schedules are finalized. If teachers are being moved from different periods to other periods and being moved around to different subjects, cross-listing will cause a lot of havoc. So please make sure the schedules are finalized. Now, that doesn't mean the students' enrollments have to be finalized. Students can still freely move in between the cross-listed courses, but the teachers should be set for those courses. When you choose your hub course, be sure to rename that course with each period, block, or group included in the title. That way, when a student comes into Canvas after cross-listing, and they, let's say, had you for period 6, their course doesn't all of a sudden say period 4. Especially with e-learning, that can be confusing for students. So make sure you include each period, each block, or each group for that course in the title of the hub course itself. Now, after students access courses and start submitting assignments, it becomes very complicated to cross-list. So you want to make sure it is absolutely critical that you cross-list courses prior to students completing assignments. Now, here's some information you should gather and do before you begin cross-listing. 1. Identify your hub course. So choose which course will be the hub for all of your preps. Change the name of your hub course to reflect all of the courses to be included. Make sure you include all the period numbers, or the block names, or the group names. Write down the course number for the courses that will be cross-listed. It's most important to write down the course number for your hub course. Now, in this tutorial video, you'll see later where to find that course number. After you've completed these 3 steps, you can begin the cross-listing process. All right, step 1 is to prepare our hub course for cross-listing. Choose your hub course. In this case, I'm going to be cross-listing general biology. I'm going to cross-list period 6 and period 8 into period 4. So that way, when I add content to period 4, it automatically flows out to the other classes. Begin by opening up your hub course. In this example, I'm selecting period 4 as my hub course. Step 1 is to make sure you write down this course code right here at the top. This course code will be very important when we go to cross-list. Please make sure you write it down exact. If you write down an incorrect course code and cross-list, your courses will disappear into another random course, and it's very hard to research and reverse. So please make sure that you write down this exact number for your hub course. Not the number I'm showing here on the screen, whatever is in your hub course when you bring it up here at the top. So when you select your hub course, open it up and copy the 6-digit number that appears here after courses. Then we need to prepare the title so that after cross-listing, students from the other periods do not get confused and think they're in period 4. So scroll to the bottom and click Settings, and then change the name of your course to just the subject. If you'd like, you can put your name afterwards as the teacher. In the course code field, add the periods of your course. For example, this is periods 4, 6, and 8. Scroll to the bottom and hit Update Course Details to save the changes. Now when you go back to your dashboard, refresh the screen, and you'll see that your hub course is now prepared for cross-listing. Now that I've prepared my hub course, I can start getting information to cross-list period 6 and period 8 into my period 4 course, which is my hub course. We're going to open up my period 6 course. We don't need to change the name, but make sure you don't have any content in the course. Any content that you add to your hub course will automatically be copied over to period 6. Now, write down this 6-digit code for your first course that will cross-list. This will help you find the course later when we cross-list. Again, we don't need to change the name, but just make sure we've cleaned up any content that you've added so it is blank. And then after you've cross-listed, every content item that you add to the hub course will move over into this course as well for the students in this period. Okay, now we're ready to begin cross-listing. I'm going to open up the first course that I want to cross-list into my hub course. I'm going to click on this course to open it up. Then I'm going to scroll down to Settings. Here, I want to make sure I'm on the Sections tab. Click on the section. And then over on the right, we're going to click Cross-List this section. From here, you want to enter that hub course ID. Remember in a previous video, I told you to write that down, and for my hub course, it was 19071. You want to make sure you're inputting the course number you wrote down for your hub course. Remember, that can be found up at the top in the URL of your hub course. So again, let's just go back and show you that again, just in case you didn't write it down previously. Find your hub course, open it up, and write down the 6-digit number that's here after courses and the slash. Now we're going to go ahead and go into our first course that we want to cross-list. Open that up, scroll down to Settings, and then make sure you're on the Sections tab. Open up this section and click on Cross-List this section. Now here I'm going to type in that number that I wrote down, and you'll see that my general biology course, my hub course, appears. I click Cross-List this section, and that's it. It's cross-listed. Now if I go back to my dashboard, you'll notice that my general biology period 4 course no longer appears. That's because it's been cross-listed into my hub course. Let's do that again with our period 8. I'm going to open up period 8. I'm going to scroll down to Settings. I'm going to make sure I'm on the Sections tab. I'm going to click on the section name. And then over on the right, I'm going to hit Cross-List this section. I'm going to enter that number, verify that my hub course comes up, and hit Cross-List this section. Completed. You get the alert that it's successfully cross-listed. And then if I go back to my dashboard, you'll now notice that only one general biology period appears for periods 4, 6, and 8. To verify that your cross-listing was completed correctly, open your hub course. From here, scroll down on the left and click on Settings. Now, in this course, Settings, make sure you're on the Sections tab. And as you see, period 4, which is my hub course, and then the 2 courses I just cross-listed, period 6 and period 8, show up under course sections. As long as your hub course appears, which was my period 4, and the courses that you cross-listed, that confirms that cross-listing was completed successfully. So some things to think about when you're creating assignments now in your cross-listed courses. One, I'm in my hub course, which is my periods 4, 6, and 8. So on my dashboard, I opened up that hub course that I'd cross-listed. Now I'm going to create an assignment. So I can go either do it in my module view, I can go to assignments, and I can create a new assignment. From here, if you look at the bottom, some of the considerations that you can set up for this course. Now, points, assignment groups, submission type, this will all carry over to each section. You cannot customize this for different sections, so be mindful of that. However, down here when it says assign to, I can now choose which period I want to assign it to as well. Now, if I want to assign it to all 3 with the same due date and the same available from, no problem. I can just go ahead and pick everyone and I'm good to go. But what if I want to do a different due date for each period? Well, I'm going to click my period 4 and I'm going to set a due date of, let's say, Monday. And then I hit add. And I can choose my 6th period and give them a due date of, let's say, Tuesday. And I can hit add and go to my 8th period. Let's say give them a due date of Wednesday, depending upon where they are in the content as we're working through. Now, when the students go into the course, they'll see their customized due date, and you can also still use the assign to assign it to individual students if you would like. When you're finished, you hit save to save your assignment, and that's how you create an assignment and assign different due dates based on the cross-listed sections. Now, as you're working in cross-listed courses, another important thing to keep in mind is how you can see the individual gradebooks for each individual period. Even though the cross-listed has created one hub course where I create all my assignments, post all my content, and create discussions and other activities for students, I still have 3 separate gradebooks for each of my periods. Now to see this, I go into grades on the left, and it loads the gradebook for the hub course first. And actually, it loads the gradebook for all of the sections. So you can see every single section, every single student, in all 3. But I can filter it down so I only see each period. Now, if you don't see this window here that says all sections, click on view and make sure on filters, sections has a check mark next to it. Now you can see from the sections drop down, I can click and choose just a single section. So now I'm just looking at my period 4 students, I'm just looking at my period 6 students now, or I'm just looking at my period 8 students now. This filtering allows me to see all the sections and go through and grade all of my classes at once, or I can go in and put grades in just for individual sections of my cross-listed courses. Thank you for watching this tutorial. We hope that cross-listing your courses provides an efficient experience for you as a teacher to easily push assignments out to all of your students inside of one of your preps. Again, please make sure you follow the steps carefully and correctly. Cross-listing can cause havoc in courses if a course is accidentally cross-listed to a different course unintentionally. If you do unintentionally cross-list a course with the wrong course, or for some reason there's any error in the process, call Canvas support. They can help you through the process.